Have you got Alfie tonight?
It'll be a game time decision. He's gonna warm up, see how it feels, and go from there.
Does the in-season tournament feel more competitive, or are you kind of preaching that it's just another game? What's your mindset on the in-season tournament?
Initially, another game.
Yeah.
You know, when you get into it a little bit and start to see the seeding, it might mean a little more. But for now, and how early it is for us and what we're trying to establish across the board, it's more of a regular game for us to continue to build habits. And like I said, once you start to see where teams are starting to fall and it becomes more realistic or you're out of it, I guess teams will take it a little more serious then.
What do you think about the court first impression?
It's fine in person. I saw it on the screen, on the TV screen. It looks a little bit different there. I don't think it'll be a distraction or anything, but you know, I like the red. The blue is a little awkward down the middle, but no, when I just saw it on the TV screen, it's bright and stands out. But when we had shoot around this morning, no biggie. Nice enough.
If you are without Alpy tonight, are there guys on the roster who can kind of do some of what he does as far as the ways that you guys try to deploy him offensively that you can kind of maybe try to replicate a little bit if you're without him?
Some parts, you know, we have sets that we use guys up top regardless, and Jeff and Jock are good in the pocket. The low post scoring isn't the same, obviously. Halpern's one of the better ones in the league there, so we can still continue to run our offense the way we have and get the movement that we like, but the post up part will take a hit when you get that from some of our other wings as well.
Coach, talk about the confidence that you guys have growing, 4 wins and going into this game against Zion, returning to the court. How does it feel for you guys in the locker room and their mindset?
Just continue to build on what we're doing well, stay consistent with that. You know, the blueprint has kind of been set the last few games, and playing unselfish on offense, getting stops and turning that into offense, guarding at a high level, and then outplaying teams effort-wise. And so that's kind of the baseline of what we want to be, regardless of who we're playing. And although today is a different test with some new personnel and Williamson returning, we want to continue to do what we're doing well and take on another challenge. But the group is confident, growing in what we're doing. I think just game by game, learning a little bit more about each other. And, we're in a good place.
Coach, what did I was talking to Jabari the other day. He said that the hit first mentality that you all have, as far as the last 4 games in the first quarter, y'all are averaging 34 points. And he said that that's a model that you all have.
Yeah, I talked about that at the start of the season, but even lately, we got off some poor starts preseason and early season games. So for us, it was get off to a better start. Like I mentioned, be more of a proactive defense where we're disruptive and not back on our heels. And so the high scoring has been due to a lot of great defense, turnovers, getting out and running in transition. And so, yeah, we do talk about being the aggressor on that end and try to take teams out with what they want to do, and it's worked out for us in those 4 games.
Is Tari still going to be on a minutes restriction tonight?
Yeah.
About the same 15-ish?
A little uptick there, but we kept them 1 under, so we'll get a few more.
Last game, Jeff played a little more than Jock. The previous games it was the other way. Is that about matching up big lineups, smaller lineups, or is it about you guys and the lineup you want?
Yeah, the Laker game was specifically due to Hayes being ruled out and then Davis being ruled out. And starting with Wood at the 5 and Hachimura backing him up at the 5. Basically, we like more switchable units against certain personnel. So it was a last-minute change that we liked due to how we wanted to defend and play on offensive end. So more so what happened last minute with those guys being ruled out.
So many teams now have small lineups when their center's off rather than a second big. Is that what you imagine you might do, is just sort of see the matchups with the other team as opposed to your own?
No, I mean, more so that was the one-off as far as their 2 bigs being out. And we wanted to guard Hachimura and Christian, take away the pick and pops and switch most of his actions, which worked there. But, we feel confident either way. Teams will try to downsize against us to, take Alfred out of the game, and we like to stick with what we do well and punish them on the other end. And so, if he scores or gets some rebounds or, bully some guys a few times, they'll come back with a big lineup. So instead of us reacting to what they're doing, we like to leave them in, and Jock fits in that mold as well. So the guy that can switch some, can guard traditional, and does a little bit of everything offensively. So we're comfortable with him regardless, but can always go down to Jeff or Jabari or whoever we like at the 5 as well.
Hey, Coach, as someone that's been around a couple of successful franchises, do Do you feel this in-season tournament can kind of speed up the process of you guys building that winning culture that you want to see here versus if it was just a regular season, it's like, you know, you gotta wait all the way till April or May until the playoffs when you guys start experiencing some type of success?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, I think we're just looking at it as a game initially, but, you know, like I said, the closer it gets to it and the more real the goal is of either getting to Vegas or winning that, and, you know, the financial prize and the bragging rights and all that, it does incentivize it some to, you know, and that's what it's for, you know, do it in Europe all the time, and there's not just waiting for All-Star break or the playoffs, it's to do it now and actually win something. So I think there is some of that for sure. It's like I said, it's tough in the first game or second game, but once you get closer to it, and I think it'll grow in popularity over the years when other teams are watching those final two teams on the stage. And so, you know, everything takes a little bit of time, like the play-in was initially. Guys had some questions, but everybody loves it now, and so I'd see it taking the same shape.
Jalen's been moving the ball a lot faster and dribbling less, making quicker decisions. He ranks 3rd overall in secondary assists. Can you talk about his improvement in his overall game from just being a scorer the first couple of years?
Yeah, I preached that to him from day one, and, you know, and was around him a lot this summer. And, you know, I was joking with him that it took 10 dribbles to score, now down to 5 in the summer, and then now we want to get it to, you know, quick decision, 1 or 2, and make a quick move. And so, you know, he's taken on that challenge to understand what he has, the shots he has, and, you know, his catch and shoot was great last game, and so we want him to do that more, but also be in attack mode and like I said, not predetermine what he's going to do. And so the more efficient he can be, scoring with less dribbles, obviously, the more explosive, or as explosive as he is, you know, he'll be able to make plays and score like that. So I love the growth in that area, but he can also take advantage of mismatches, back it out like he did at the end of the quarter with the 2 mismatches on Russell. So he's become more well-rounded, no doubt, and we love to see it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.